Once upon a time, a traveling salesman named Bert found himself driving down a long, winding, and deserted road. It was the kind of scenic highway that photographers drool over, flanked by trees with the aroma of nature blending with the subtle scent of his car's fresheners. Bert was heading towards his next potential sale, located in a town he couldn't even pronounce. As he enjoyed his favorite radio talk show, a loud thud jolted him. He slowed down, noticing a sizable pothole in the middle of the road. Concerned about potential damage to his car, Bert decided to stop and investigate. The hole was massive, at least 6 feet across, so deep that its bottom was veiled in darkness. He chuckled nervously, envisioning it as a portal to another world, or maybe just an exaggerated metaphor for his crippling credit card debt. Then, without warning, he felt cold, clammy hands encircle his wrists, jerking him back. Everything went black. He woke up chained to a cold, metallic chair. A naked bulb swung overhead, casting eerie shadows around the room. Faceless figures lurked in the corners, their shapes distorted, flickering like flames. For what felt like hours, maybe days, he endured unspeakable tortures at their hands. He never saw their faces, never heard their voices. His screams echoed around the empty room, unanswered and ignored. Just when he felt he was at his limit, Bert blinked, and he was back. Back in his car. The radio show still crackled from his speakers, the landscape still unrolled around him, the pothole just a few feet ahead. His wrists were unscathed, his body untouched by the horrors he'd experienced. Had it been a dream? A hallucination? He looked at the pothole in the road. It seemed so innocuous now, so ordinary. Suddenly, the radio fizzled out. In the silence, a voice rang out, smooth and cold.
"Thank you for playing Shadow Step,"
it said. The voice sounded eerily like the host of his favorite talk show, the same dry humor, the same pleasant tenor.
"Please join us again for another round. Remember, each game takes out all."
The voice chuckled, a dark sound that made Bert's skin crawl. And then, he realized he was not wearing his seatbelt, but a chain, coiling around his chest, disappearing into the pothole's shadowy abyss. With wide eyes, he looked into the rear-view mirror, and in the back seat, he saw the faceless figures, their dark forms hunched and waiting. As his heart pounded in his chest, Bert understood the horrific truth. His journey on this never-ending road was only just beginning, and the game, it seemed, was far from over.